This is our new built house, but we don't like its exterior color. We wanted to go for a whitewashed modern farmhouse look, so we DIY'd to paint our house like this and saved almost $3,000. The challenge here was reaching the top of the house without a ladder. Renting one seemed like too much of a hassle. It's 18 feet long, so we need to rent a truck too. But instead, we found a painter right from the construction site in our new built community. He had all kinds of ladders, and we got him to paint the top half. So it's kind of a half DIY situation. Before we got started, we checked the weather to make sure there wouldn't be any rain. Limewash takes about 3 to 4 hours to be rainproof, and you can only paint it between 50 to 90 degrees Fahrenheit. Then we use a water pressure gun to dampen the brick surface, helping the Limewash paint stick better. We also had to clean the surface because of all the construction debris going on around our house. Now, Limewash is different from regular acrylic paint. It's got this buttery kind of texture, and you have to mix it with water in certain ratio depending on the consistency that you want. The instruction gives a range of ratio, but we tested beforehand. As you can see, we are measuring by cup. That's roughly 5 cups of Limewash paint to 3 cups of water. We tried mixing them by hand, but it took forever, and it wasn't mixed evenly, so we just used a regular mixer. I've seen some people use a paint mixer too. And then to prevent the paint from splashing everywhere, we poked a hole through a paper plate to have it cover the bucket while we mix the paint. We are applying the Limewash by brush because we don't want to fully cover the bricks, but unfortunately our painter didn't really understand what Limewash is, and he's very used to painting flawlessly. But now we're asking him to do the opposite. So we have to follow how much Limewash he's applying to keep the whole look consistent. I agree, Limewash is actually harder than normal painting because you have to leave out some area evenly to create that distressed look. You have to resist the urge to fix the spot. We are wetting the bricks as we go, otherwise the bricks will dry up before we start applying the Limewash. And here comes the giant ladder. Now, seeing this ladder, I don't think either one of us would feel comfortable climbing all the way up there. Definitely not here, nor here. So I'm glad we decided on hiring someone. We are not painting the brick a solid white because we're going for a distressed, rustic look. That's why we're using Limewash. The difference between Limewash and acrylic paint is that Limewash is made from limestone, a natural material. It penetrates into the brick, so it doesn't peel off like paint. It's also better for the bricks because it leaves a breathable layer that allows moisture to evaporate rather than accumulate within the wall and then grow mold. Here in Atlanta, it can get very humid. So less touch-up maintenance, protection for the brick, better natural weathered look. There's no reason why to not use Limewash. I think we're the only house in our community that uses Limewash. And now the Limewash has dried. We finished painting the side bricks ourselves. Here's a close-up look. The paint coverage is a lot more than what we initially anticipated, but it still looks pretty good. We did leave the bricks on the porch floor as is to give some contrast. Overall, this project was done in a day. In total, we spent about $300 on the materials, $360 on the labor. The original quote to Limewash our house was around $3,500. So, what do you think of how we did? For our next project, we will change these column posts to wood, so the house isn't entirely white. Follow along to see the progress.